All right? That's why that's our power. That's our strength. All right? That's our courage. That's our hope.
It says, he shall cry unto me, thou art my Father, my power, and the rock of my salvation.
Yeah, that's where Yahushua is crying unto him. Thou art my power, the rock of my salvation. All right? Because salvation comes through the Most High. All right? He ordained our salvation. He preordained our salvation.
That's it. All right. Psalms 121. Will I lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help?
Yep, that's talking about the chariots. Because that's how we're gonna get delivered. That's how the nation of Israel get on Exodus, the 6th chapter. I believe it's the 6th verse. And then Jeremiah, I believe it's Jeremiah 16 and 4. Yeah.
You want it now?
Nah, after you finish reading this.
My help cometh from the Lord, which made the heaven and the earth.
Yup, because that's our strength. Because it says get Psalms 52 and start at 6 and 7. Yeah, read it right now. Real quick. Yeah, you just hold that for 1 second.
Psalms 52 and 7.
Yeah.
6 and 7. The righteous also shall see and fear.
Yeah, we're gonna see the deliverance of the nation of Israel, and we also gonna be in fear when all these things, all the atrocities that's coming to America is going to manifest itself, like it talks about in the scriptures. So we are going to be afraid, all right, of the scarceness of our salvation, all right. Yeah.
And shall laugh at him.
And we're gonna laugh at these heathens, especially the so-called white men. Yeah.
Lo, this is the man that made not the Most High his strength.
Yeah, who's that's talking about? That's talking about the wicked men of our people, all right, so to speak, and it's also talking about the so-called white man predominantly, all right, because he made not the Most High's strength. He made riches his strength. Yeah.
But trust in the abundance of his riches.
Yeah, he trusts in the abundance, because who owns this world? Who covered this world and has his desire as hell? The so-called white man that can't get enough riches. All right, go ahead.
And strengthen himself in his wickedness.
And he strengthened himself in his wickedness, or his crafty, just like Zimmerman. That's a classic example, all right, of him strengthening himself in wickedness, because they know that he cold-blooded killed Trayvon Martin, but they still got him off. All right, and now they got this thing where what is it called? Hold your ground or something like that?
Stand your ground.
Stand your ground. Now, a cracker could be in his car, come out, chase down a nigga, and pump bullets into him, but he's standing his ground. Right? Yusuf Orchids, Emmett Till is classic examples of that. We don't got to get into that. But, what was that? That was that on that, right?
Alright. Psalms 121 and 3. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He keepeth thee from slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yeah, because the Most High don't slumber nor sleep. All right, he has his chariots, he has his angels keeping records of everything that's happening here in America, in all four corners of the earth that Israel dwells. So every atrocity that's not reported on TV, like the Trayvon Martin case, but every nigga or Israelite that get killed, the Most High have a record of that. All right, but the scripture says, look over the hills, here comes my help. Get on Exodus 6 and 6.
Exodus 6 and 6. Wherefore say unto the children of Israel, I am the Lord, and I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians.
Right, because this is the Revelations, the 11th chapter, talking about America being the modern day Egypt. All right, Egyptos, which means bondage. All right, so we in bondage here, under the so-called white man in this modern day Egypt. So he gonna get us out of here. But how he's gonna get us out of here? By chariots. Yeah.
And I will rid you out of their bondage, and I will redeem you with a stretched out arm and with great judgments.
Yeah, and that stretched out arm is talking about the chariots. It talks about that in Revelations also when he says, "Come up, my people." All right, don't be partaking of their sins. All right, that's talking about us being beamed up out here when the thermonuclear destruction is happening. All right, the elect of the nation of Israel. That was that on that, right?
One more verse.
All right.
And I will take you to me for a people, and I will be to you a power, and ye shall know that I am the Lord your power, which bringeth you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians.
Yeah, so because right now, the Most High, He's not known to our people. All right, He's not known to our people because our people don't think that some of our people think that a so-called white man, Caesar Borgia, is his power. All right, some of them think Allah is their power. All right, Buddha. All right, they don't know the Most High right now, so the Most High is gonna make Himself known. All right, and that's how He's gonna make Himself known when you start seeing Israelites being delivered out of here. That's how the Most High is gonna make Himself known and make His name famous by this great destruction that's coming here to America. All right, that's why he's pumping up the so-called white man to just deflate them. He's building them up to break them down. All right, get what was that Jeremiah 16, 14, I believe. Or you can get Isaiah 28.
Jeremiah 16 verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said that the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
But yeah, because back then, through Moses, the Most High brought us out of Egypt through Moses, and we went through the Red Sea. So that what happened before is no more. Is not going to be talked about. All right. This new deliverance is going to be talked about. Yeah.
But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
Right, so we're going to be delivered out of here from the land of the north, which we live in North America. All right, but what? By chariots. That's why He said, look upon the hills, whence cometh my help. All right, because the Most High is sending the sun down here in glorious fashion. All right, yeah.
And from the land whither He had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land.
Right, so everywhere to the four corners of the earth where Israel is scattered, the elect of the nation of Israel is going to be brought up. All right, and it's going to take these elites to be first fruit of slaves in the kingdom of heaven, and He's going to take us back to Israel, to our homeland, after it's bombed and it's cleansed already. All right, because the Most High got places where the so-called white man haven't touched yet. You have things that the white man haven't seen yet, haven't discovered yet. All right?
That I gave unto their fathers.
That He gave unto our fathers, which in the reincarnation we are our fathers. So He's going to give it back to us again. All right? So that's a prophecy. That prophecy right there proves that the Jews are not real Jews. Because He said He'll give it back to them again. Not by the Balfour Declaration that happened in 1948 when the Jews was inserted into our homeland, Jerusalem. It's not talking about that. All right, get on Daniel's the 9th chapter, since we're on 9th chapter in the 12th verse, since we're talking about these gutter rat Jews.
Daniel's 9 and 12. And He had confirmed His word which He has spoken against us.
Right, and that's us is talking about the nation of Israel. All right, He confirmed the words that were spoken about in Deuteronomy 28:15 on down. All right, talking about that great nation that will come upon us and will take our cattle, take our land. All right, yeah.
And against our judges, and that judges us.
Right, Jeremiah said. He could be considered a judge. He said, even I shall discontinue my inheritance. All right, go ahead.
By bringing upon us a great evil.
Yeah, and that great evil was bringing us here into captivity under the so-called white man. And the scriptures also talk about him, the so-called white man, all right, overdoing it. He said he was sore displeased at the nation that are at ease, because you forwarded our affliction. If I'm saying that right.
Yeah, he was a little displeased at the heathen, but yeah, you're right. He have forwarded the affliction.
You have forwarded the further the affliction. So we was in slavery. Yeah.
Zechariah 1:15. I'm very sore displeased with the heathens that are at ease.
Yeah, that's talking about all 17 nations that's not a part of the nation of Israel. Arabs, Africans, so-called white men. All right, Africans, All right, everyone that's not part of the nation of Israel. Yeah.
For I was but a little displeased.
So he was a little displeased at the nation of Israel. He sentenced to have a punishment and sentenced into slavery. Yeah.
And then help for the affliction.
Yeah. One way you help for that affliction is this is the only kingdom that the nation of Israel don't know who they are as a people. So that fits the prophecy in Revelations, the 11th chapter. It says the dead bodies, and you will not suffer our dead bodies to be put in graves. Meaning, you and the other nations, y'all won't allow us to know who we are as a people. You will not let have us worship our God. All right. You will not have us keep our high holy days, because right now I bet you there's niggas right now they eating a plate of pork. They eating sandwiches. They eating their heart's desire. And right now we in the, like the brother said before, we in the day of atonement. We supposed to atone for all your sins. All right, that's how he helped forward the affliction. So-called white man. You got a precept? That was that on that?
No.
All right, finish that off and then come with your precept and go back to where you was at.
Daniel's 9 and 12.
No, wait, you got a precept out?
All
All right, yeah.
Daniel's 9 and 12. And he confirmed his word which he had spoken against us, against our